Neck and back injuries are very common injuries sustained in an injury case, especially in car accident injury cases. Obviously, if you have to have a surgery on your neck or back, you can get a big settlement for your injury case. But don't let the insurance companies fool you into thinking your neck or back injury claim is worthless because you never even had to have the surgery. Let me tell you the story of my past clients, Carrie and Mike. Carrie and Mike were a younger couple in their 20s when they were involved in a motor vehicle accident. They were stopped at a stop sign waiting to make a left turn when a car slammed into the rear of their vehicle. Liability against the other driver was clear, and the other driver's insurance company accepted liability for the accident. Thus, we just needed to prove the extent of Carrie and Mike's damages to settle their case. Carrie experienced neck and back pain. She was transported by ambulance to the hospital where diagnostic testing was performed, and she was prescribed a muscle relaxer and then discharged. Shortly after that, she began physical therapy and pain management treatment. She eventually had an MRI on her back, which revealed a small disc herniation at L4-5. Carrie missed a total of 15 days of work due to her accident, meaning we could claim in her injury claim the lost wages from those days she missed from work as a result of her injuries. Carrie continued her medical treatment, but ultimately only treated for a little less than 2 months before completing her medical treatment. Mike also experienced back and neck pain as a result of the accident. He also was transported by ambulance to the hospital where diagnostic testing was performed, and he was prescribed a muscle relaxer and discharged. He also began physical therapy and pain management treatment shortly after his wreck. Like Carrie, he also had an MRI completed on his low back. His MRI revealed a disc herniation at L5-S1. He only treated a little bit longer than Carrie. He finished up his treatment 3 months following the accident. Mike was forced to miss a month and a half from work as a result of the accident. Both Carrie and Mike's herniated discs were on the smaller side, with both of them having herniated discs of about 2 millimeters. However, it was crucial both of them got the MRIs on their low back, as it was this evidence of the MRI revealing they sustained herniated discs, even small ones, that was going to allow us to maximize their settlements. Once they completed medical treatment, I sent a written demand package to the other driver's insurance company demanding that they pay out their driver's insurance policy limits to both of my clients. And guess what? My demand worked. The other driver's insurance company agreed to pay out the insurance policy limits. The other driver had a $50,000 per person, $100,000 per accident insurance policy. This means the most any person could get under the policy is $50,000, and the most collectively all claimants could get under the policy is $100,000. Since my clients were the only claimants involved in the accident, that meant they each got $50,000 under the policy. But we weren't done yet. You see, Carrie had underinsured motorist insurance coverage on the vehicle she owned that her and Mike occupied at the time of the accident. This meant they could file a claim under this insurance policy as well for the additional damages they sustained over and above the other driver's insurance policy limits. So I sent a demand package to the underinsured motorist insurer as well. After some negotiations back and forth, I was finally able to settle those claims as well. At the end of the day, Carrie took home over $70,000 for her total settlement, and Mike took home over $75,000 for his total settlement after the underinsured motorist claim settled. Neither Carrie or Mike ever had to have surgery. Despite that fact, they were still able to get a fair and reasonable settlement on their case. Insurance companies will defend injury claims by telling injury victims their case has very little value because they never had to get a surgery. Do not listen to the insurance company if this happens to you. While it is of course the case that if you had to have a surgery, the value of your case can be huge, it does not mean that if you don't have to have a surgery, your case is worthless. My office routinely settles injury cases for injury victims with neck and back injuries for thousands upon thousands of dollars, for injury victims that never have to have surgery. Neck and back injuries can be painful injuries, especially for those victims that sustain a herniated or bulging disc. You should be compensated fairly for your neck or back injury claim. Do not let the insurance company talk you into settling for less if you have sustained a neck or back injury. The thing is, just because you've sustained a neck or back injury and have a valid liability claim against another party, it does not mean the insurance company is going to make you a fair and reasonable offer in your case. To get a fair and reasonable offer, it is often the case you will have to fight back and be patient to win your case. And in this video about to pop up here, I'll tell you how using patience can help you obtain a fair and reasonable settlement offer in your injury case. Lastly, if you've been injured in a car accident, slip or trip and fall incident, or dog attack incident in Kentucky, remember to don't wait, call Tate.